We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Hello, this is Dr. Manisha Chadbar. Today I would like to share with you some important introduction parameters of laser. This topic is totally related to physics code 3110011. Okay, this subject is related to the mechanical and civil branch. Let me, first of all, I just would like to introduce myself. I am Dr. Manisha Chadbar, working as an associate professor of Science, Sankasi Waghela Bapu Institute of Technology, Vasar, Gandhinagar. I am working as a physics faculty as well as the head of the Department of Science and Humanities. Today I would like to share a specific topic of laser, unit number 5 of physics, which is related to the branch of mechanical and civil. Okay, so dear students, let us start with some basic phenomena, some characteristics of laser, basic principles and basic terminology of laser. So outline of this lecture series is related to the 5 basic parts, which this series is distributed in the 5 parts. First part, which is related to the introduction of laser and its characteristics of laser, basic principle of laser in second video lecture. In third video lectures, I will discuss about the basic terminology related to the laser. In fourth part of this video, which I would like to discuss about the different types of laser systems. And finally, in last video series, that I will discuss about the applications of laser in different fields. So let us start with the first part of this series, that is introduction of laser and its characteristics. So before starting this introduction, that I would like to share some history of laser. Uh, the history of laser, that first of all, first laser is invented in 1960, and theoretical explanation of laser oscillations is given in 1958. uh, First invented laser is ruby laser, and as we aware about that, laser is a device which is known as acronym of light amplification by stimulated emission of radiation. In laser device that amplify or increase the intensity of light, and it is produce highly directional beam as compared to ordinary light. Generally, discovery of laser made an enormous impact in scientific world, so that function of optics was very much alive. The laser beam has a extraordinary properties which distinguish it from the ordinary beam of light. Let's see what is the difference between the conventional light and laser light. Okay, so let's see in conventional light source such as electric bulb and our tube light does not emit highly directional beam and coherent beam. In the conventional light source, excite emit light at different excited different lights and different directions, so there is no phase relation between the emitted photons. In the case of laser, there is a extraordinary characteristics of laser which is which is related to the four main basic characteristics. Let's see. First one is coherence. Second one, which is related to the high intensity. Third, it's high directionality. And fourth, which is known as highly monochromatic. So let us discuss in details these four different characteristics. First of all, coherence. What do you mean by the coherence? Actually, coherence means the phase and direction of waves ideally, which is known as a coherent. So in the case of the laser light, the wave trains which the identical in same phase are called coherence. So laser shows ideal phase and direction, means all the constituent photons of laser beam possess the same energy, momentum, and propagate in the same direction. It is well known that most of the laser photons having a constituent particle of the light. Specifically in the laser light, all the photons of the laser lights possess the same energy, same momentum, and it is propagate in the same directions. So the laser beam is said highly coherent light. The coherence of the laser emission result in extremely high power, which is in order to 5 into 10 raised to 12 watt per centimeter square. It can be focused to very small area of 0.7 mm thickness. Now, second characteristics of laser, which is related to the high focusing and high intensity. Due to the coherent nature of laser, it has the ability to focus over a small area. Extremely high concentration of its energy over all small area. Laser is a point source and laser light travel in straight direction. So it shows the highly directional properties. Spreading of laser light is very low and focusing of laser light is very high. Next properties of laser light is directionality. Yes, as we know that laser light is highly directional beam. So ordinary light source emit light in all the possible directions. Most of the ordinary lights like electric bulb, tube lights are emit lights in all the possible directions. Since the laser travel as a parallel beam and it can travel over long distances without spreading. So the light can travel as a parallel beam up to the distance of d square by lambda, where d is the diameter of the aperture through which the light is passing, and lambda the wavelength of the light used here. After traveling the distance d square by lambda, the light beam spreads radially. In ordinary light beam, the angular spread is given by delta theta by lambda d. For the typical laser beam, the angular spread is 1 millimeter per meter. But For ordinary source of light, angular spread is 1 meter per. This shows the directionality of the laser beam. For example, the laser beam can be focused to moon from the earth with an angular spread of a few kilometers. And last characteristics of laser, which is related to the monochromaticity. The origin of the monochromatic word is Greek. In the Greek language, mono means single and chromatic means color. So whole meaning of monochromatic is single color. That means each color is connected with the single wavelength. So laser light can be produced single wavelength light. Okay, the light beam for normal monochromatic source spread over a range of wavelength of the order of 100 nanometers, but the spread is of the order of 1 nanometer for the laser. Hence, laser is highly monochromatic. It can emit light of single wavelength. The laser light beam is strictly monochromatic, single frequency, then over conventional gives polychromatic light. And the bandwidth of the laser beam narrow, while ordinary light spreads over range of frequencies. So here we can compare our ordinary conventional light and laser light. So in the case of the ordinary light is provide the polychromatic light, polychromatic light, and laser light provide monochromatic light. Laser beam is highly directional beam and it can travel long distance, while ordinary light spread in all the direction and it cannot be travel in the long directions. If we are talking about the intensity, due to the highly directionality and highly coherent nature, laser light having a high intensity beam as well as conventional light is a less intense. In the case of propagation, energy and momentum, photons of laser lights generally ideally and same. That is not, that we cannot see in the ordinary light. So there are differences between the ordinary light and monochromatic light. We can identify, we can distinguish the ordinary light and laser light on the basis of the characteristics. There are main four characteristics that we have discussed here: monochromaticity, directionality, high intensity, and coherence nature. These are the main focus of the laser light. So, dear students, here I would like to thank you for your concentration, for your kind attention for my lecture. Here I have used books for this presentation. That is, I would like to reference, I would like to thank you for the publishers of Megre, Vikas and TextMax to providing such kind of information about the laser system. So students also can refer these three books for this for referring of this topic. So thank you very much for your kind attention.